Kath is a grassroots activist and campaign supporter from Bristol, a mom with a passion for poetry and creative expression who strongly believes in truth, freedom, and humanity. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you so much, Kath, for coming from Bristol today.
Cool, thank you. Thank you. I've marched, handed out leaflets, and stood in crowds, but standing here with a microphone is by far the most terrifying, hardest thing I have ever done. But I'm doing this because the issue matters enough to me that I don't want fear to keep me quiet. Born to live under clear skies, now forced to inhale what we never chose. Lines carved across the heavens like a quiet violence, turning something infinite into something owned. We still breathe, but it doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like surrender. We were born for clean air and open skies, not this slow, invisible weight pressing down on every breath. The sky is no longer a refuge, it's a reminder. And the hardest part is knowing that we have no choice but to keep breathing it in. Clear skies were meant to be our birthright, not a memory. Now every breath carries a question. Every glance an upward, a reminder that even the sky isn't untouched. Something sacred has been taken and we are still learning to live with the loss. The sky was never meant to feel like this, like something you survive instead of something that sets you free. And still we look up, hoping to remember what it used to feel like. Do you remember? Lying on the grass, looking up, watching the clouds drift by. Real clouds. Climbing trees and coming home covered in mud. Do you remember? When nature was simply where we went to play. Trees were castles, clouds became dragons, and the sun stayed out forever. Basking in the glow of a summer sun that seemed as endless as our imaginations. And the sky wasn't something we analysed. It was something we wondered at. I miss that. When something feels precious, we pay attention. Perhaps that's why so many of us are here today. We still care enough to look up. We are told not to question, but whether modification is real. Geoengineering is real. It has been researched, discussed, and carried out by governments and military for decades. And we all know that what is happening in our skies is connected to something so much bigger. Only last year, it came to light that the UK government had allocated 56.8 million of our taxpayers' money to fund experiments to dim the sun as part of geoengineering efforts to cool the Earth. The most controversial being the Satan program. Yeah, you heard that right. Stratospheric aerosol transport and nucleation, alongside an 800 million four-year budget to the Advanced Research and Invention Agency, ARIA. Though trials were held discreetly in 2021 and 2022, the public were only... The public were not made aware until spring of 2025. ARIA, a secret government body created by the UK government in 2021 that is exempt from any transparency, including freedom of information requests. Think about that. Yes, we are concerned about what is being sprayed in our skies. Yes, we are concerned about aluminium, barium, and strontium. What we are breathing in, what is falling into our soil, our water, and our food. We are watching bees disappear. We are watching insects decline. We are watching the sun dim behind a veil. The sun is life. Every tree, every crop, every bee, every animal, every human being. All life on Earth depends on the energy of the sun. No sun, no photosynthesis, no food for plants, no vitamin D3, no immune system, no health. The sky, the soil, the insects, the animals, us. So yes, we will keep asking questions. But here's the beautiful thing. Fear isn't why we are here today. Love brought us here. Hope has brought us here. The stubborn refusal to stop caring has brought us here. Look around you. We are the people who are not giving up. We are the people who still believe tomorrow is worth fighting for. I've seen ordinary people do extraordinary things. Ordinary voices, they matter. So how do we stop it? None of us have the answers, but I know that silence changes nothing. We must not stop speaking our truth. We must not stop asking those questions. We must not stop having conversations, because every conversation plants a seed. Some seeds root immediately. Some take years, and some we may never see grow. But every time we speak from the heart, every time we encourage someone to think, to question, to pay attention, we plant something. And seeds have a remarkable way of growing. We cannot give up. History has always been changed by ordinary people, by people like us, by people who cared, by people who chose to speak even when their voice was shaking, by people who stay engaged even when they are afraid, even when they feel small, even when others told them they could never make a difference. But you can. You're here. It's a war on people with light in their eyes, and yet they remain. The dreamers, the healers, the quiet warriors, the ones who choose compassion when bitterness would be easier, the ones who keep their hearts open in a world that rewards armor, the ones who still believe, the ones who feel. That's courage in its purest form. To remain tender in a world that celebrates hardness, to remain hopeful in a world invested in fear, to remain awake in a world that profits from forgetting. It's a war on people with light in their eyes because they remember, because they question, because they refuse to surrender their humanity. And we will have the last laugh one day. Let it be known to any individual, any politician that has contributed to the destruction of our skies, we see you. You will suffer one day just like we have. No mercy. Your time is coming. Thank you. Thank you. Shaking. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.